What's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck profile. So I'm really excited to do this for you guys because this deck is an extremely nostalgic deck that can actually summon out 3 copies of Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon in a single turn. I'm super excited to show you guys this list, so without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. Like getting your name description every single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Red Eyes Black Dragon. This card is a key combo piece in the deck, so you want to play 3 copies of it so you can constantly be special summoning it out to your side of the field with a bunch of different effects. This card is the main card of the deck and is one of the coolest cards ever printed. And definitely comment down below which one's your favorite between Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and Red Eyes Black Dragon. We then play 2 copies of Red Eyes Alternative Black Dragon. This card is an awesome extender for the deck with a really cool ability that you can actually tribute a Red Eyes monster from your hand or field to be able to special summon this card from your hand, which is a great ability to get you an additional level 7 on your side of the field so you can start going in for XZ plays. It also has the ability, if this card is destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect, it also has the ability that you can target a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and special summon it back to your side of the field. And if it's a copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon that was special summoned by this effect, it actually doubles its attack points, boosting your copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon to 4,800, which is insane. We then play 3 copies of Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. This card is an amazing 3 of in the deck and one of the most powerful Red Eyes support cards we've ever gotten. It lets you send a level 5 or higher normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand, then increase this card's level by 1, boosting it up to a level 7, which is amazing to be able to basically Foolish Burial a copy of Red Eyes to your graveyard while summoning this card to your side of the field and getting a level 7 monster on the field. It also has a really cool ability during your main phase. Except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your grave to add a copy of Red Eyes Fusion from your deck or graveyard to your hand, which is a great ability to be able to search out Red Eyes Fusion from your deck for the follow-up play on the following turn, so you can go for something like Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. We then play a single copy of Red Eyes Soul. Red Eyes Soul is just a good one-of in this build, and I really like this card as a one-of in the deck, and it's a hand trap, which is nice, but you really only need a single copy. We then play a single copy of Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. This card is definitely a one-of in the deck and is an extremely powerful card that's basically a walking monster reborn. This card is definitely a one-of in the build. We then play 3 copies of Black Metal Dragon. Black Metal Dragon is one of the best normal summons in the entire deck because you can basically normal summon this card out to your side of the field, link it away for a copy of Striker Dragon, and then search any Red Eyes card you want from your deck to your hand. Because if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Red Eyes card from your deck to your hand, which is a crazy powerful effect to get the exact Red Eyes card that you need off this card's ability. We then play 3 copies of the Black Stone of Legend. I have bumped this card up to 3 since the last time I profiled it because it's a really good normal summon that you can tribute this card to special summon a copy of a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck, essentially summoning out your copy of the original Red Eyes Black Dragon, which is a really cool ability just to get that card on your side of the field. This card also has the ability, if this card's in your graveyard, you can target a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in the grave except a copy of Red Eyes B Chick, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand, but you can only use either or of this card's effect per turn. You cannot get both effects in the same turn, which is a little bit of a downside, but being able to special summon Red Eyes from the deck off of a normal summon is insane. We then play for the Rocket package. We're going to be playing 2 copies of Rocket Tracer. Rocket Tracer is really good as a 2-of in the deck just to extend your plays so you can link climb in this build. This card is great because it has a quick effect to target a face-up card that you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon a Rocket monster from your deck, except a copy of Rocket Tracer. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extract for the rest of the turn except dark monsters, which is totally fine because that's pretty much all we're summoning anyways after we put this card on the field. We then play a single copy of Rocket Recharger. This card is great as a one-of in the build just to extend your plays, and it's a great card in this deck. Just have another rocket in the build. We then play a single copy of Exploder Rocket Dragon. This card is a really powerful card in this build because it is a level 7 monster, so we're going to use this card for a bunch of different plays, and it's really good in this deck to be able to summon off your copy of Quick Launch or the effect of your copy of Rocket Tracer, so you can get a level 7 on your field so you can start making your copies of Flare Metal. We then play a single copy of Absurrouter Dragon. Absurrouter is great to be able to send to the graveyard off your copy of Dragon's Ravine because if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a rocket monster from your deck to your hand, which is the main reason we play this card in the deck. We then play a single copy of White Dragon Wyvern Buster and a single copy of Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. These cards are good at 1 each in the deck just as extenders to keep link climbing, and basically what you do with these cards is you banish a light monster or a dark monster from your graveyard depending on which one you're summoning to be able to special summon these cards from the hand, and when they touch the graveyard you can search out the other one from your deck, which is really good if they're sent from field to grave, which is an amazing ability. We then play a single copy of Dark Magician, the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. This is how we can go for a copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon because it's still one of the best Red Eyes boss monsters ever created, and it's absolutely crazy how powerful that card is, especially for the follow-up play to be able to activate Red Eyes Fusion to make a copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So, that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to start with a single copy of 1 for 1. 1 for 1 is really good in this deck as a 1-of to be able to summon your copy of Black Metal Dragon from the deck so you can start link climbing into some crazy powerful plays. We then play a single copy of Dragon Ravine. Dragon Ravine is really good in this deck to be able to work with our Rocket package, plus it's searchable off of Romulus, which is just so cool about this card because you can get to it so easily, and it's a foolish burial, which is insane. We then play a single copy of Boot Sector Launch. Boot Sector Launch is extremely helpful for your Rocket package, and it also helps you swarm the field, because all Rocket monsters gain 300 attack and defense, but the main effect we're using with this card is to be able to special summon 2 Rocket monsters with different names from your hand and defense system to be able to just swarm the board so we can link climb into some really powerful cards like Boral and Dragon. We then play 2 copies of Red Eyes Fusion. You really only need 2 copies of this card because Meteor Dragon can search it out, and you're basically just going into 2 different fusions in this build, so I feel like 2 is all you need. But this card has a little bit of a downside that you cannot normal or special summon the turn you activate this card, which is a big downside for this card, but it's still great to be able to summon out a copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon on the follow-up play. We then play 3 copies of Red Eyes Insight. Red Eyes Insight is a definite 3-of in the deck, and this card is amazing because it lets you send a Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and then add a Red Eyes spell or trap from your deck to your hand, which is a crazy powerful effect to search out any Red Eyes spell or trap that you need, like Red Eyes Fusion or one of our 2 trap cards. We then play 3 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords. Return of the Dragon Lords is a definite 3-of in the deck that lets you target level 7 or 8 dragon monster in your graveyard and special summon it, essentially being a 3-of monster reborn in the deck. It also has the ability that if a dragon monster you control would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can banish the card from your grave instead, protecting your monsters on your side of the field. We then play 3 copies of Quick Launch. Quick Launch is basically an e-telly for your Rocket monsters to be able to special summon them directly from your deck to your side of the field, and it's not even a once per turn, which is insane. This card is definitely a 3-of in the deck, and you can even summon a level 7 extender off this card so you can keep making flare metals, which is super cool. So, that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're just going to be playing 2 traps, and that's going to be a single copy of a Red Eyes Spirit and a single copy of Return of the Red Eyes. These cards are really similar in what they do. They bring back Red Eyes Black Dragon from the graveyard, which is really cool. Your copy of Red Eyes Spirit is super simple. Let you target a Red Eyes monster in the graveyard, except a copy of Red Eyes Bee Chick and special summon it, which is really good to be able to search from the deck to bring back really powerful boss monsters to your side of the field. Return of the Red Eyes is also great in this build because if you control a Red Eyes monster except Red Eyes Bee Chick, you can target a normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it, meaning you can even bring back your copy of Dark Magician off this card's ability. And if this card is in your possession, is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the grave, you can actually target a Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, except a copy of Red Eyes Bee Chick, and special summon it, which is great to be able to bring out another card to your side of the field. If your opponent decides to handle this card on your side of the field, you're going to be able to bring out another monster, which is amazing. So, that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, guys, we're going to start off with 3 copies of Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, and definitely give us a like for having all 3 rarities from the original print of this card. This card is amazing. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite XZ monsters ever created. It basically says every time your opponent breathes or activates a card effect, they're going to take 500 points of damage. And when you put 3 of these on the field with this build, they're going to take 1,500 points of damage every time they activate a card, which is just absolutely insane. But this has a really cool ability. You can detach a material from this card and then target a Red Eyes normal monster in the graveyard and special summon it, which is a crazy powerful effect to be able to make more copies of this card just by detaching a material and summoning back a copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon from the grave. We then play a single copy of Dark Arm, the Dragon of Annihilation. You guys know I had to work a Dark Arm into this deck somewhere, and this is how we did it. This card is amazing because it can basically pop cards on the field and just deals with so many cards on the field. Plus it's super easy to make because once per turn, if you have exactly 5 dark monsters in your graveyard, you can also XZ summon this card by using one level 5 or higher dark dragon monster you control as material, which is a great effect. We then play a single copy of Meteor Black Comet Dragon. This card is really easy to summon off your copy of Red Eyes Fusion. It helps you clean up games because it does burn damage, which is amazing. Plus it's 3,500. We then play a single copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is definitely a one of the decks. This card is a walking negate. It can pop monsters on the field and then do burn damage to your opponent. It cannot be targeted by card effects, cannot be destroyed by card effects, and it's just a really awesome boss monster. Usually if you summon this card to your side of the field, your opponent's probably not going to have an out for it, and then you're going to win the game, which is amazing. We then play a single copy of Boral Dragon. Boral Dragon is insane, and you can actually summon out this card extremely easily in this build off of just basically normal summoning out a copy of Black Metal Dragon, which is absolutely crazy. And this card is amazing because it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Also, neither player can target this card with monster effects, which is really crazy about this card. And this card can attack all monsters that your opponent controls once each. And quick effect, you can target an effect monster on the field and a rocket monster in your graveyard, negate the effects of that monster on the field, and if you do, special summon that other monster from your graveyard, and your opponent cannot activate cards and effects in response to this card's activated effect, which is insane. That's a speed spell 4 for your opponent, that basically you're gonna get that summon and a negate, and you can even target your own monsters to use this card as a monster reborn on the first turn, which is just so cool. We then play a single copy of Triple Burst Dragon. We play this card for the arrows, which is really important to be able to use, so we can use our copy of Guard Dragon Pisty to be able to revive something from the grave. We then play a single copy of Nightmare Unicorn to spin stuff, one copy of Romulus to search Dragon's Ravine, which is just really important to be able to search Dragon's Ravine in this deck. One copy of SP Little Knight because it's very easy to make this card, and plus it's an awesome boss monster. If you don't have SP Little Knight, you could probably change it out for a Zeus or a Typhon if you wanted to, for another budget option for you guys. We then play a single copy of IP Masquerena. IP is great to be able to make your copy of SP Little Knight or your copy of Nightmare Unicorn during your opponent's turn. Plus you can end with this card, which is just amazing, and it just requires 2 non-link monsters, so you can even use vanilla monsters like Red Eyes Black Dragon and Dark Magician to make this card. We then play a single copy of Hieratic Seal. Hieratic Seal is amazing in this deck because this card helps out so much, and it's basically full combo. We then play a single copy of Guard Dragon Pisty. Guard Dragon Pisty is amazing in the deck because you cannot special summon monsters except dragon monsters, and during your main phase, you can target one of your dragon monsters that's banished or in your graveyard and special summon to a zone that 2 of your link monsters point to, meaning this card and probably your Triple Burst Dragon, or even your copy of, say, maybe a copy of Boral will point to the same zone, so that you can summon out a really cool card to your side of the field. We then play a single copy of Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon is so good in this deck as a 1-up, because this card starts all of your plays as searches Boot Sector Launch, and just by normal summoning out Black Metal Dragon, you can link it away for this card, and then once you do that, you're basically going to be able to summon out this card to your side of the field, search Boot Sector, and a Red Eyes card from deck to hand, which is amazing, and it starts all of your plays. So, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you did enjoy this deck. It's super fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck before, you should definitely give this deck a try, especially being able to summon out 3 copies of Flare Metal in a single turn, which is just absolutely crazy. I absolutely love this deck, and it's just super fun to be able to play with, and definitely be on the lookout for combos of this deck coming to the channel very soon. And they might already be on the channel. You guys should go check those out. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of Notification Squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.